Hello, Guy. The morning air feels crisp enough to make your whiskers twitch. You peek out from your nest in the tallest oak tree, blinking at a world painted gold and red. Leaves crunch under tiny paws below. The forest smells like roasted chestnuts and cool promise. Somewhere, a blue jay yells about absolutely nothing important. Classic blue jay behavior. You stretch your furry arms and think, winter's coming soon. The thought sends a shiver right down your tail. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And hey, drop your location and local time in the comments. I love knowing where you're listening from. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. You, Sammy the Squirrel, scamper down the bark of your favorite oak. Every jump feels like a spark of joy. Every leaf like a crunchy confetti. The forest is alive this morning. Rabbits digging, birds gossiping, and that same cool wind whispering, better start saving. You pause mid-jump, tail flicking nervously. The whisper feels right. Last winter, you remember how the snow buried everything. How you shivered even inside your cozy tree hollow, wishing you had just one more acorn. Not this year. This year you'll be ready. You start small. One acorn, shiny and perfect, gets tucked safely into your cheek pouch. Another, slightly cracked, gets stored near a root. You hum to yourself, pretending you're some kind of acorn tycoon. The game makes it fun, at least until your belly rumbles, and you almost eat your savings. Focus, Sammy. You're saving for future you, not snacking for present you. The discipline is strong, but the hunger is stronger. You snort a tiny squirrel laugh. Story of my life, you mutter. By midday, you've already collected a small pile, each acorn gleaming like treasure. You pat them proudly, the way a dragon might admire its gold. A cool breeze swirls around you again, making the leaves dance like lazy butterflies. It's almost as if the forest approves. You tilt your head, smiling. All right, winter, you whisper. Bring it on. The next morning, sunlight drips through the branches like honey, soft and golden. You stretch, yawn, and check on your growing pile of acorns, feeling rather proud of yourself. It's impressive. Well, for a squirrel who occasionally forgets where he buried breakfast. You tap one with your paw and grin. Yep, future me is gonna thank current me big time. But before you can store another, laughter echoes from the next tree over. You glance up, tail flicking. There they are, your friends, Milo and Trixie, darting up and down branches, chasing each other with wild giggles. Trixie flips upside down, shouting, Sammy, come play! The wind's perfect for racing! You hesitate. Your gaze darts to your acorn pile, then back to your friends. The eternal dilemma. Productivity or fun. You try to ignore them, pretending to be mature, responsible, and totally above it all. You manage to resist. For about 3 seconds. A tiny leaf lands on your nose. That's it. You burst into laughter, drop your acorn, and leap onto the nearest branch. Last one to the big pine's a rotten walnut, you yell, sprinting off. For a while, it's perfect chaos. Branches shaking, squirrels spinning, laughter echoing across the forest. You forget all about acorns, winter, and even your so-called productivity plan. You just exist in that joy. The world feels endless, but by the time the sun dips lower, painting the sky orange and pink, reality sneaks back in. You return to your stash, panting, fur fluffed from play. Your pile looks smaller than before. A couple of acorns are missing, probably rolled away during all that running. You sigh, flopping dramatically onto the ground. Why does fun have to cost so much? You mumble. The forest doesn't answer. but the rustle of leaves almost sounds like a giggle. You collect what's left and tuck them safely into a hollow under a rock. All right, you tell yourself. Tomorrow I'll focus. No distractions. No tag. No nonsense. You pause. Maybe just one quick game if they ask nicely. A soft chuckle escapes you. You're not perfect, but you're learning. And as the first cool stars appear, you realize that saving for winter isn't just about acorns. It's about balance between joy and preparation, play and purpose. You climb up to your branch, curl your tail around you and whisper, "Tomorrow I'll do better." The wind hums through the leaves, almost like it agrees. The morning arrives with a grey sky and a mood to match. You blink awake to find the air thick and heavy, the kind that smells like rain but feels like mischief. Still, you've got work to do. No time for gloom. Sammy the Saver has a mission. You nibble a quick breakfast, one acorn only promise, and dash out to check your stash. But when you reach your favorite hiding spot beneath the oak, your paws freeze. Empty. Gone. Every single acorn. You blink again, thinking maybe you're at the wrong route. You dig here, dig there. Nothing but damp dirt and betrayal. Your tail flicks wildly, like it's trying to express the drama your little squirrel heart can't contain. "No, no, no. Not today," you squeak. The wind answers with a cruel laugh, sweeping through the branches. Leaves swirl like tiny green ghosts. And suddenly the sky cracks open with thunder. Of course. You scramble up a nearby stump, scanning the forest. Maybe some rolled away. Maybe a raccoon borrowed them. Those guys have zero boundaries. But then you spot it. Far away, near the creek, a flash of brown. Your acorns tumbling in the current like runaway treasure. You race after them, leaping over logs, ducking branches, paws pounding against the muddy earth. The rain starts to fall in sharp, cold drops, and the forest turns slick and slippery. You dive toward the water, nearly slipping right into it, and grab one acorn between your teeth. It's soggy, but it's yours. You manage to pull 3 more from the mud before the rest vanish downstream. You sit on the bank, soaked and miserable, clutching your 4 survivors. "Well," you mutter, "this is not the productivity glow-up I was planning." Then, out of nowhere, a gentle voice calls, "You okay there, furball?" It's Bella, the beaver, paddling up with her calm smile. You nod weakly. "My savings just went on vacation without me," she chuckles. "Happens to everyone. The trick isn't crying over lost acorns. It's learning where to build your next dam." You blink, processing her wisdom. It sounds weirdly deep for a beaver covered in twigs. But she's right. You can start again. So you stand, mud dripping from your fur, and take a deep breath. You'll find a new spot, a smarter one, somewhere the rain can't reach. "Thanks, Bella," you say, waving a paw. She winks. "Save smart, squirrel." The storm begins to fade, sunlight breaking through like a quiet apology. You clutch your soggy acorns, grin a little and whisper, "Round 2, let's go." By the next day, the forest feels scrubbed clean, fresh, cool and full of second chances. You scurry out early, paws still muddy from yesterday's disaster, determined not to repeat it. Lesson learned. Never underestimate wind, water, or gravity. You sniff the breeze like a detective on a mission. This time you're going to do it differently. While hopping from branch to branch, you spot your friend Daisy, the chipmunk juggling 3 pine nuts, like a circus act. "Morning, Sammy," she chirps. You look like someone who lost a fight with the weather. You grin, flicking your tail. "Ha ha, I won. The weather just doesn't know it yet." She giggles, and you both share a laugh that echoes through the trees. As you talk, you notice her tidy stash, tucked neatly inside a hollow log. Everything organized, dry, and safe. "Wow," you say, impressed. You're like a storage genius. Daisy shrugs modestly. I trade with others. Some animals bring food. Some help with carrying or guarding. We all stay fed. You blink, realizing how much sense that makes. You've been trying to do everything alone, like a tiny heroic squirrel version of a one-squirrel army. Maybe. Teamwork could be the real secret to surviving winter. Later, you visit Bella the beaver again, who's stacking bark neatly for her dam. She smiles. Need help, Sammy? You nod. Actually, yes. Maybe we could trade. Acorns for bark or berries. Bella grins. That's the spirit. So begins your kindness trade. You bring acorns to Bella. She gives you bark to line your nest. You share extra nuts with Daisy, and she helps you find hidden berry spots. Even the grumpy owl chips in, offering tips on where the best mushrooms grow. By sunset, your new stash gleams like treasure. Safe, dry, and guarded by friends who believe in you. You feel lighter, warmer, as if winter can come whenever it wants. You'll be ready. You climb onto a branch overlooking the valley, the sky glowing pink and gold. The forest hums below, every creature moving with purpose and peace. You whisper softly, maybe saving isn't about having, it's about sharing. A soft hoot echoes from the owl's tree, almost like agreement. You laugh, stretching your paws toward the setting sun. Winter's got nothing on us. As twilight deepens, you head home to your nest, belly full and heart even fuller. You've still got work ahead, but this time, you're not doing it alone. The forest has turned quieter now. The crisp hum of autumn has softened into that expectant stillness. Before the first snow, you wake up in your nest, cocooned in bark and soft moss, and peek out. The sky is silver white, like it's been painted with cold light. Every breath makes a tiny cloud. You grin. Winter has arrived. You scurry down your tree, paws crunching over a thin frost. Your tail fluffs up automatically. Part pride, part insulation. All around you, the world glimmers. Snow dusts every branch, turning your oak into a tower of sugar. It's beautiful enough to make you forget how much your nose stings. Almost. You check your stash. Neatly packed, dry, and safe. Acorns, berries, and bark tucked away like treasure. Each one carries a story. The day you gathered, the storm you survived, the friend who helped. You trace them gently with your paw, whispering a tiny thank you. You've done it. You're ready. Up in the distance, Daisy waves from her burrow entrance, cheeks puffed with nuts. Bella's dam is dusted with snow, smoke rising from the cozy tunnel she calls home. Even the owl blinks down, looking weirdly proud. Though he'd never admit it, the forest hums with quiet satisfaction. Everyone has what they need, because everyone helped each other. You climb back up to your favorite branch, sit there for a while, and watch snowflakes drift like lazy feathers. The air feels thick with calm. You nibble one acorn, not because you're hungry, but because it tastes like success. Softly you say, "We did it, Winter. We made it together." And for a moment, you could swear the forest sighs in agreement. The day fades slowly, the light turning pale blue. You curl up in your nest, tucking your tail close. Outside, the wind hums like a lullaby, brushing against your tree with gentle rhythm. The world may be cold, but inside your heart and your nest, it's warm. You've learned something bigger than saving for winter. You've learned the real secret of plenty, kindness, patience, and sharing. You close your eyes, smile sleepily, and whisper, "Good night, world. See you in spring." The snow keeps falling, soft as silence, wrapping the forest in peace, and you drift into dreams full of sunlight, laughter, and endless acorns. The forest rests, blanketed in white, every sound softened by snow. Sammy sleeps soundly, curled tight, his dreams glowing with gentle light. The cold stays outside, while warmth hums quietly within, steady, peaceful, kind. Above the trees, stars twinkle like scattered sugar, their glow slow and soothing. You can feel it too, that hush of contentment that follows a day well lived. So breathe deep. Let your heartbeat match the rhythm of falling snow. You've worked enough, given enough, been enough. Let your thoughts drift away, light as frost. Close your eyes now. The world is safe.